we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. We unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear it, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun for the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all don't fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. You understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
What it do? What it do? You know. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
It's Kool-Aid, a nigga that sipped the Kool-Aid. That La Frog, single barrel and goose. Got the coat going up on a Tuesday. Roast the false prophet like a gourmet souffle. Cause me no say spirit gun like Yusuke. Nigga might run up in that black face like Gucci. Boycott a cracker, kill your favorite rapper. Cause I run with G's like a Green Bay Packer. I chop a Christian like a new machete. When you polygynist, they look at you like R. Kelly. Still these women wanna do me like I'm Akinelli. West Coast sisters love me like a Machiavelli. Make these crackers lick the dust off my boots. We want no cowards in our camp and we ain't taking recruits. My crew the livest, y'all suckers is the jobbers. Niggas run their lips but they damn sure wouldn't try us. Nah, I ain't the same cat who used to break laws. They just rather see me as the same cause. Some rather remain lost. My brain washed with these stained thoughts. I be repping for my niggas riding for the same cause. Cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, then I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Better ask somebody, bitch.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
Fuck with my niggas and get your wig split. I leave you done, don't you forget it. See where I come from, them niggas
One West, nigga.
We on
Lost
it
tribes.
every day, we train that hit shit.
I heard you got a problem with my niggas. Be careful, that might cost you your life. If you cross that line, somebody die. You better think twice. We ready for war, by whatever. It's a kill mission. Gave me a sword, told me bring it back when it's still dripping. My niggas, them field niggas who rebelled and prevailed against all lies. We never fail, cause the Lord with us. We heavy hitters and hard hitters, unaffiliated. Them boys ain't up to par with us. You ain't heard that? Hey, you ain't heard that, nigga? And the UPK, that's what we put in work at, nigga. All that street politics shit, slick side bitch shit, popping in the mouth. You gon' get dismissed quick. Wish a crack of wood, the only thing on my wish list. I'ma lay that off and shoot that bitch until it click, click. Kept it too real in the streets, I was a misfit. Now I'm surrounded by niggas who standing on business. Yeah, I heard the people need a breakdown. Just stay the fuck out of the way. We about to take every city, every state, boy, we taking it over. On my hip, Glock 17, AK on my shoulder. From Cali.
We on? All right. All right, clap it up. Hey, shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Barakatah to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Latah Bashem Yahushua to the sisters. We're the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding Junior Hana. And tonight's class is ISUPK San Antonio's history class. Salakia, Brotherhood class. And tonight's topic, we're going to go into charity, right? But charity has been getting a bad name. You know, when people think like charity, they think, oh man, you're just going to think I'm a charity case, or, you know, it's been given a bad name. Like, for instance, charity through the Christian church, you know, Catholic charities. There's an organization called Catholic Charities, right? You go in there and you get a bunch of hand-me-down, like almost like a Goodwill store, right? You get a bunch of hand-me-downs, and they charge it to you at a lower charge, at a lower price, but it's been given a bad name because, you know, the Catholic Church is the biggest organization, one of the biggest organizations in the world, right? And they can afford better stuff than you know what they're offering you in those Goodwill, Goodwill stores, because that's what it is basically. It's just a Goodwill store. But it's a shame because they're one of the biggest organization, you know, religious organizations in the world, and they go in there. You go in there and you buy. You know, you're already on your last leg. You're down on your luck, right? And they have these stores for you, so you can go there and buy. You know, buy what you need, but get what you can get. You know what your family needs, right? But you're already down on your luck. You're pressed for cash, as it is, right? But they're still looking for a way so they can line their pockets in the name of charity. And you know, the scriptures they go completely against the scriptures, and the scriptures actually warn us about people like this. And that's why us as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we should stay away from the Catholic Church. Get out of the Catholic Church. Get out of the Christian church, because what else is there besides Catholic charities? You go in there to the Salvation Army, right? They're supposed to be a Christian organization, right? And what do they? They sell you used items also, right? They sell you, you know, hand-me-downs, and you're already down your luck, and they expect you to still line their pockets. They're still looking for ways to, to mislead you, to abuse you, even when you're down on your luck. It's not like you go into these churches, right? And you're looking for some type of help, some type of love, right? And so you join these Christian churches, and they want you to sow a seed, right? Sow a seed. They even lock the doors on you like that. Pastor, what was his name? Marvin Sapp, right? They lock the doors on you so you can sow a seed, so you can, put your hard earned last $2 in the in what is it, the what kind of bucket?
Collection plate. Collection plate.
Collection plate, right? So you can, the collection bucket, the collection plate. Your hard earned dollar into the collection plate, and that this goes completely against the scriptures, and this is not brotherhood. You cannot find brotherhood in the Christian church, in the Catholic Church, and
Take a drink. Relax. Relax. Teach.
you cannot find brotherhood in these organizations, these so-called religious organizations. All they want to do is line their pockets and look for ways to abuse you. This is not what Christ taught. This is not the truth. The truth about the religious organizations out there is that they want to abuse you and your children. That's all they're looking for. They're not looking to show you the ways to follow Christ. They're not looking to show you the ways to worship God. No, they just want to abuse you and destroy you. Go ahead, sir.
I have the definition of charity. Whenever you
Oh, okay. I was gonna go ahead, sir.
you have the definition.
No, I was gonna ask for that here in a minute. So I was just about to ask for that, but go ahead, sir.
The definition of charity. It says kindness and tolerance in judging others.
Right, in judging others, tolerance in judging others. Right, but what they do, they make you feel like a charity case. Right, they make you feel less than for actually going into these Catholic churches, these Baptist churches, right? They make you feel less than. Read that definition again.
Kindness and tolerance in judging others.
Right. That's not kind, to make you feel less than, to make you feel, that you're begging for something. That's why charity has been given a bad name.
Right.
It's been given a bad name because of these wicked organizations. It's been given a bad name, and people think that, oh, I don't need charity, but not. So, like you, sir, can you pull up James 2:15 for me? Hold that. But people think that, asking for help is a bad thing because the way they make you feel in these Catholic churches, in the Christian churches. You know what I mean? Like you're looking out for a handout, like you're less than, you're just like some homeless beggar, right? And that's completely against the scriptures, that the definition of charity that we just read is kindness. Read that again, sir. Slaki. The definition.
Kindness and tolerance in judging others.
Right. They're not being tolerant. They're not really being tolerant of your situation, right? Because they have the means. They have the means. They have the means, and they're not being tolerant of of the situation. They're actually, you go into these organizations, and a lot of times they will charge you for the things that they're going to provide you with. That's not being tolerant. And we have to judge matters spiritually, whether it be you know showing charity to a brother, or helping a lending hand, and they're just lining their pockets. That's all they're trying to do. But can you pull that scripture, sir?
The book of James, chapter 2, verse 15. If a brother or sister be naked,
Right. Be naked, right? That means like you're in need of clothes. You're wearing what you own. Everything that you own, you're wearing it. You're out in the street, sleeping on the street, right? And you're on a hard time. Go ahead.
and destitute
And destitute,
of daily food,
right? Destitute of daily food, which means you're not eating. You're out, you're down on your luck. You're not eating. You're wearing everything that you own. Go ahead.
verse 16. And one of you say unto them, depart in peace.
Right. Depart in peace. That's what you go into these churches, right? You go into the church and you ask for a pastor, can I have something to eat? Can I have a change of shirt or something? And like, oh brother, just pray to God, go in peace. Go ahead.
Be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body.
Right. They just said, be you filled. Oh brother, go in peace, be ye filled. Just pray to the Lord. And the Lord will answer your prayer. But they're not actually providing what the brother needs, right? Go ahead.
What doeth profit?
What does that profit? What does that profit? That don't profit anything. Just going to these churches and asking for something like, hey brother, my light bill is due and I don't have no money for my light bill. Oh brother, just pray for it. The Lord will provide it. What does that do? What does that do? It does nothing to the brother. It doesn't fulfill him at all. You didn't even offer the brother any type of assistance. Like, well, brother, you can actually go into these organizations. They'll help you out. You know what I mean? You can go ask for some type of assistance. They didn't give him any kind of help. Read that again, sir.
Verse 16. And one of you say unto them, depart in peace, be ye warmed and filled, notwithstanding ye give them not those things which are needful to the body. What doeth profit?
What do it profit? It don't profit anything. It don't profit anything. Here in the ICPK, we're struggling, right? We're struggling. We're brothers out here just like you. We're struggling. But the Lord told us to have brotherhood for all our brothers. So we go out and we hold food drives. We pull up everything that we can. We struggle sometimes just to get there to the place, right? And we pull up and we give out, we have food drives and we have clothing drives for the brothers. Because the Lord commanded us to show brotherhood, to show love to the brothers. And we don't do this boastfully or seeking any type of payback. No, we do this simply because we love our people. Not like, the Christian church, like Joel Osteen, where he closed the doors to his church during the hurricane.
Right.
He closed the doors during the hurricane. People were trying to escape the floods, and he closed the doors. He chained the doors shut. And then what they do when they went into his church and they started renovating some rooms, and they started demolishing a room. What they find?
Money.
They found buttloads of money inside the walls where he was stashing away. Go ahead, sir.
That's where his charity was.
Yeah.
His charity was in the wall, like a drug dealer. You know, a drug dealer put money in the wall for a rainy day.
Good night.
He was getting money. He was getting cash, putting it in the wall, saving it for a rainy day for himself.
For himself. But when the rainy day came, he shut the doors.
Real talk.
He shut the doors. He chained the doors shut.
He didn't go in that wall and take a stack of money and go buy no pallet of water. He didn't go give out no clothes. He didn't do nothing.
No.
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
That's just, and that's who people want to give their money to.
Right. It's because they give money to them because they say if you give, what is that saying they say, you sow a seed, you receive it tenfold or whatever.
Right, but they're not sowing a seed. They just giving rich people money.
Right.
They're giving basically a rich man GoFundMe.
That's exactly
and they're going to fund a rich man because he looks nice.
That's exactly what it is.
Because he has the brand new suit and the shoes and the cars and the clothes and the jets and you know what I mean. So they're like, oh, the God must be with him. No,
right.
No, that's not. Was the Lord with Christ? And Christ had none of those things, not even a home.
That's right.
Christ couldn't go. He didn't have a pot to piss in.
No, didn't have anywhere to lay his head.
Everybody want to be Christ-like. How you want to be Christ-like, but you living in a nicer house than Christ ever had?
It's completely insane. It's time to stop upholding these organizations, these false. How can I say? Spreaders of falsehood. You know what I mean? Upholding them to be the standard of the truth and the standard of teaching you the Bible. It's time to come out of the Christian church, Raza. Come out of that Catholic church. They do nothing but destroy our people. And they don't want to, they want to help you out. Not at all. They just want to take your money and hide it in the walls. Put it in the Vatican, in the vaults of the Vatican. You know, most of the gold in Italy is in the Vatican. I think they said like three tenths of the world's gold, maybe even more than that, is actually in the Vatican. That's a lot of gold.
Of course, they started it. You know, when we were doing the mission at the migrant center,
right?
That's a Catholic owned building, right? And we was telling them like, yeah, we're trying to come give clothes and trying to come give food. You know what I mean? It was like, no, you can't do it on this property. You can't do it on this property. I was like, okay, well, you know what I mean? And then the brothers and sisters was telling us like they bring them from another country, sign them up, sign their names on the paper, give them a cookie, some juice, and then they send them about their way, right? And the only reason why they do that because every signature that they have written down is like $200 or something like that.
Yeah, they're lining their pockets.
Yeah, the government gives that organization $200.
$200 for a cookie and juice.
That's it. And they bringing these people from other countries.
That's crazy.
And then now, that was like what, last year, 2 years ago? And then now ICE is kicking them out the country. The Catholic Church brought them here, and now ICE is trying to kick them out the country. America has no charity for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. They only have charity for their people.
Right.
Right? And Arabs for some reason. The same people that bombed the Twin Towers, that's who they have charity for.
Right. Because they gave them vouchers for Airbnbs when they came over here.
Right. And food stamps and all that.
Right. They gave them vouchers for I think, was it $20,000?
Yeah.
A $20,000 voucher to come over here and find somewhere to live. That's 20. Just imagine $20,000 for each family that came over here from, what was it, Iran?
No, Afghanistan.
Afghanistan.
That just show and let you know that they got money.
Right.
They got money. All that talking about, oh, we ain't got this money. We ain't got this much money. We got to cut this. We got to cut that. They're lying. As soon as COVID hit, boy, they had checks for everybody. This empire got money. They just don't want to give the money to you, black man.
Right. It's crazy because how our people uphold, these Christian churches, Catholic churches, even America, right? They uphold it as being um, a great beacon of hope and truth. It's time to come out of the Catholic Church, the Christian Church, and take your spirit out of America. This whole place is just looking to keep you at the bottom. Even when you're at your lowest, they're looking at a way just to, you know, line their pockets, to deepen their pockets.
Right.
You were gonna say something?
Even if you're at the top, even if you're a black man and you're at the top with all the money, all the influence, whatever you want, do this, you gonna do that. You know what I mean? Like P. Diddy.
Right.
They're looking to bring you down. Trust me. But y'all not gonna trust me. Y'all gonna trust TD Snakes.
TD Snakes. Huh. Right. It's just like it's like can you bring me up Matthew 6:1, Rabbi Kashah? And this scripture right here is speaking about, the Christian church that you hold so dear. Raza, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. The scripture right here is detailing them to a T. Go ahead, sir.
Matthew, the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 1. Take heed that ye do not alms before men.
Right, before men, like they do that and they boast about it. They hand you out stuff and they boast about it. Go ahead, sir.
To be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
Right. They just want to be seen by men. They just want to be seen by men when they actually do, try, help you out, throw you any kind of bone. They just want to be seen by men. But what does that say about them, sir? Go ahead.
Verse 2.
I'll read that again from the top.
It says, take heed that ye do not your alms before men, to be seen of them. Otherwise, ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven.
Right. They have no reward for that. They have no reward.
That's basically, basically telling them they're not getting the kingdom of heaven.
Right.
You get no kingdom of heaven around here, brother. No peace.
Right.
You have no peace of the kingdom of heaven.
No peace.
No gate to go through.
Right.
You know what I mean? Nothing. None of that. Because you want to be seen before men. Well,
they want to have like a form of righteousness.
They want to put the money in the wall.
Right.
Right. And have their heaven on here right now, and then have their heaven when Christ returns. It don't work like that.
Right. Go ahead. Verse 2.
Verse 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
They have their reward, right?
There it is.
They have their reward. When they go out, they boast themselves about it. Even the so-called Salvation Army, right? After the destruction hits, right? Salvation Army goes out. Let's say for instance, like that hurricane that happened in Houston a few years back. The Salvation Army, right? And the Red Cross were out there, right? But what did they do? They boasted all on the TV, right? They boasted for everywhere to see. So make it look like, oh, look, America's here to the rescue. Read that again, sir.
Verse 2. Therefore, when thou doest thine alms, do not sound a trumpet.
Right, the trumpet, the airways. That's the trumpet, right? They put it all in their airways, all in the. I heard it on the radio. I heard it on the, I seen it on the national news. Go ahead.
As before, so like you do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do.
As who?
The hypocrites
The
do.
hypocrites. Because that's what they are. They're hypocrites. They're saying they're doing it out of the goodness of their heart, but they're just doing it just to line their pockets. It's a hypocrite.
Right.
Go ahead.
In the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have their reward.
They have their reward. They're perceived as a great, how can I say?
Men of renown.
Right, men of renown. Go ahead, sir.
And this is heavy because, like, I remember when Commander Junior Hanna sent us to do the mission to Acuna, right? We were on the news, but it wasn't our news. They would, you know what I mean? They seen us going into dangerous territory, going to go do something good for Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. You know what I mean? It's an Israelite doing good for another Israelite. Right. And they never seen that before. They never seen black men and Hispanic men together having compassion for black and Hispanic men. Right. So then when that happened, they still vilified us. Who is these niggas and spics? That they still vilified us. That's what was all over the internet and stuff like that. Like, who is these? Who is these people? Who is these men?
It's a group of black and Hispanic men.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm surprised they didn't call us thugs.
Right.
They called us everything else.
I remember that. It's because because y'all were actually doing the work of the Lord.
Right.
And they hated that. They hated that because they knew that the ISUPK was not out there just to boast about it, to gain any kind of profit from it. We were just simply out there, helping out our brothers. That's it.
That's right.
Simply out there, just lending any type of help we can get through their hard time that they were facing at the time. And that's what actually, drew me into the school. Is the mission to Acuna. That's what drew me into the school. Because I seen real men actually doing the Lord's work. Not just boasting about it, but actually doing something about it. Doing something about their brothers, hungry and in thirst. They're actually doing something about it. Not just saying, oh man, I hope they, I pray for them. I hope everything goes out well for them. But they went out there and did something about it. They got it out the mud. They went through level 4 cartel territory for their brothers, risked their lives for their brothers. So, like, sir, was that? Did you finish verse 2?
Yes.
Verse 3.
Okay. Verse 3. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth.
Right. Don't boast about it. Don't boast about it. Say, hey, everybody, look here. Look what I'm doing. I'm feeding the needy. You know what I mean? Don't boast about it to make yourself look like you're holier than thou, by how they do in the Christian church and in the Catholic Church, right? Go ahead.
Verse 4. That thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly.
Right. That way you can be rewarded. Actually, we're seeking the kingdom. And we're not trying to seek the approval of America. We're not trying to seek the approval of the, what's it called? The popularity of social media. We're not trying to seek that approval. We're seeking the kingdom. We're helping our brothers, so they can get some type of relievement through their struggle. And we're doing that because we love our brothers. And the Lord said,
I was gonna say they only do that because they go out there and be like, oh no, going out and showing that all that and everything, and they be like, oh, if you want to see more of this, come and put money in that tire bucket.
right,
If you want to see more of this,
right.
to get money.
It's just so they can find a way to profit off of our struggles. That's what it is. It's like it, sir. Go ahead with the rest of that verse.
Verse 4, that thine alms may be in secret, and thy Father would see it in secret, himself shall reward thee openly.
Right. So we don't do it just to boast about it. We do it because we honestly care about our brothers, right? We do it because we honestly care about our brothers. And that's how, the ISUPK has gained their name as being, there's a famous saying that we like to say, brotherhood is a weapon. And that's what drew me into the ISUPK. That's what drew me in. That's what actually drew in a lot of brothers, really. Because here in the ISUPK is true brotherhood. You're not going to find that in Christian church. You're not going to find that in the Catholic Church. Here's the only place where you'll find, black men loving black men, Hispanic men loving black and Hispanic men.
Right.
That's the only place. You're not going to find it in the Christian church because you'll find a form of it, but they're really just trying to one up you, trying to, gain something off of you. Not here. Here, we just trying to look out for each other, trying to look out for each other's souls. Drop that, sir. Let's go into Matthew 25 and 35. The Lord, is actually, he actually instructed us to look out for one another. The Lord told us to have brotherhood for one another, not just to boast about it and to look for a way to line up pockets just like the Christian church. The Lord wants us to actually come back together as a family. Look out for one another as a family. Like you wouldn't try to, if your son was out, homeless, you wouldn't try to, feed your son a rock and other than a loaf of bread, right? You're gonna have to pay for this bread for you to receive any kind of nourishment. You wouldn't do that, right? Why would you do that for your brother out in the street? Go ahead, sir.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 35. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in.
Right.
Verse 36. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Verse 37.
Go ahead.
Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink?
Right. And what color are these words, sir?
Black. They red?
Yeah, they're red.
They're not red on mine. All right.
So like these are the words of Christ, right? Christ is asking Christ says that we fed him when he was hungry. We gave him water when he was thirsty. Go ahead, read that again. For when
Verse 35.
yeah.
For I was hungry, and ye gave me meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in. Verse 36. Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Verse 37. Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink?
Right. When did we do this to Christ? Right. He's saying, you know, you fed me when I was hungry. You gave me water when I was thirsty. You clothed me. You gave me a shelter. When did we do this to Christ? Go ahead.
Verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Verse 39. Or when saw we thee sick or in prison and came unto thee? Verse 40. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren.
Right. Least of the brethren. Right. Your brethren that's down and out, hungry, on his last leg. Go ahead.
Ye have done it unto me.
Right. You have done it unto Christ. Not just to, gain any type of recognition of this world, right? But you just fed them because you loved them. That was your brother. You wanted them to have, some nourishment, some clothing, right? You done it to the least of your brothers. You have done this to Christ. No, but in the Catholic Church and the Christian Church, they want to do it just to get recognition of the, on social media and the media. They want to get to make themselves look holier than thou and line their pockets. They're not trying to actually, clothe the misfortunate out of the goodness of their heart. That's not what they're trying to do. They're not actually trying to help out their brothers, as Christ said, to help out their brothers as the lowly, right? They're not trying to do that. They're just trying to boast, and they're coming with a hidden agenda. Drop that, sir. Give me 1 John 3:14. Sure. It's time to come out of the Christian church, of the Catholic Church, and come into ISUPK, where you learn true brotherhood, where you look out for your brother in truth and in spirit, because that's the only way we're ever going to get out of this wicked oppression that we're under. If we ourselves look out for each other, and not just looking out for each other to gain any type of recognition, right? But we have to look at one each other and truthful in spirit. And so, like, sir, what was the definition of charity again?
Kindness and tolerance, to judge someone, basically.
Right, to judge someone.
Yeah. Let me get it for you. It says kindness and tolerance in judging others.
In judging others.
Kindness and tolerance in judging others.
Right. Well, you're judging their situation, right?
Yeah.
You're
basically to have mercy.
Right. You're having mercy on them. Right.
Yes.
You're not having mercy on someone when you're actually trying to line your pockets. That's not having mercy. Here in the ICPK, we have mercy on our brothers. This is the only place where you're actually going to receive mercy, receive any type of love. It's time to come out of the Christian church and the Catholic Church, where they say that, you know, they give charity to their parishioners, but they're just trying to, you know, deepen their offering bucket. Go ahead.
First John
Come on.
3:14.
Come on, sir.
This is the book of First John, chapter 3, and verse 14. We know that we have passed from death unto life.
Right. We pass from death unto life. And what is life? Go ahead.
The law, statutes, commandments.
That's right. That's right. Death unto life. And we have passed from death unto life. They're not teaching you, you know, to keep you the law in the Christian church, in the Catholic Church. Matter of fact, they say the law is done away with. They're lying to you. Go ahead.
Because we love the brethren. He that loveth.
Salakia. We love the brethren. And you don't love your brother when you're just Salakia. I had this other precept. Oh, go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Because we love the brethren. He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
Right. And he that loveth not his brother abideth in death. Is it loving your brother when you abuse your brother and use your brother? No. When you have a hidden agenda against your brother? No. That's not loving your brother. Like I said before, you're not going to find love in the Catholic Church and the Christian Church. You're not going to. It's time to get out of those organizations and step into the truth, into who you really are, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Drop that and give me 1 John 4 and 20 and 21.
Okay. The book of 1 John chapter 4 and verse 20. If a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother.
Right. If a man say, I love God, right? Like they say in the Christian churches. They say they love God. They go in there and then they have you, they have you shake the hand to your neighbor. And that's how you show your neighbor love, is by shaking their hand. They say they love God, and then they steal from you. You know, you go in there and you think the deacon is actually showing you any type of brotherhood, but he's plotting to steal your wife from you. The pastor wants to have private counsels with your wife to counsel your marriage, and he's plotting to steal your wife from you. Because that goes on in the Catholic Church and the Christian churches. That goes on in them. That's not true brotherhood. Go ahead.
Good. He is like, if a man say, I love God, and hateth his brother, he is a liar.
He is a liar. Right? Because that's not showing true love for your brother when you're plotting and trying to come up off of your brother. That's not showing love. He is a what?
He is a liar.
He is a liar. He says he loves God, but then he's looking to come up off of you. He's looking to come up, on social media. He's looking to come up on he's looking to boast up off of your misfortune. He's a liar. The Catholic Church and the Christian Church is nothing but liars. Go ahead.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
Right. He sees his brother struggling. You know, he hears his plight. He sees his brother struggling out there. But he don't really care. He don't really care. He just wants to find a way to line his pockets. But then he says he loves God that he hasn't seen. But he sees his brother out there, you know, sleeping out there, using his shoe as a pillow. Read that again.
For he that loveth not his brother whom he hath seen, how can he love God whom he hath not seen?
Right. How can he love God? How can he love God if he hates his brother? He's a liar. But you want to uphold these religions, right? You want to uphold them, Raza. It's time to wake up and realize that they don't care about you. They don't. The Catholic charities, they're not here to help you. These Christian organizations, they're not really here to help you. What, you're going to receive a cookie and juice when you haven't eaten for days? You're going to receive a cookie and juice, maybe a bottle of water, right? So like, you drop that one. Give me oh yeah, have you read verse 21 yet? Oh, go ahead. It's like I thought you were reading.
Verse 21. And this commandment have we from him, that he who loveth God loveth his brother also.
Right. If you love God, you're going to love your brother also. And looking to come up off of your brother's misfortune is not love. Drop that. Give me Colossians 3:14. You know, in the Christian church, they say that you can't be perfect, right? They say that you can't be perfect. You can't follow the laws of God, which is completely against the scriptures. It's against the scriptures, and they're lying to you, and they want to keep you in sin, keep you in darkness, and keep you in a cycle of hating your brothers, a cycle of not truthfully looking out for your brothers. It's time to wake up and come into the ISUPK where you learn true brotherhood, because here we look out for our brothers and we teach you how to truly love your brother. Go ahead.
This is the book of Colossians chapter 3 and verse 14. And above all these things, put on charity.
Put on what?
Put on charity.
Charity. Right. Which is mercy. Have mercy on your brothers. You can't just see your fellow black man, your fellow Hispanic man down and out, and just not feel any type of compassion for him. We have to look out for one another, because they damn sure, Slovakia, they sure is not going to look out for you without any type of agenda, right? They're not going to do it. Go ahead.
Which is the bond of perfectness.
Perfectness, right? It's the law. It's the law to actually show brotherhood to one another. To show brotherhood to another, that's the law. And keeping the law, you are perfect. Drop that. Give me First Peter 4:8. Salaki, sir. Before you say that, I'm gonna say this. You know, I came into the ICPK because I have a debt to pay. I have a debt to pay. I wasn't very brotherly before I came in here. I was, you know, I was just filthy. I was a filthy human being before I came in here. In the ICPK, it taught me how to actually truly look at my brother with love and respect. Before, I wasn't doing. I truthfully wasn't doing that, and I have a debt to pay for that. So it's almost like a duty, right? It's almost like a duty to go out there and show charity and mercy to my brothers. And a lot of us are like that, where we don't actually show it's like compassion to our brothers, and we all owe a debt. We all owe a debt. Well, right here in the ICPK, this is where you pay your debt. This is how you pay your debt. You're not going to pay your debt in the Christian church. You're not. You're not, because they teach you falsehoods on how to actually stay hating your brother. They teach a form of righteousness that they say they're righteous, but they're actually filthy and disgusting, right? Because they're looking on ways to just come up off of you, come up off of your misfortune. Go ahead, sir.
Look at 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves.
Fervent charity. Fervent. Well, define that word fervent. It's like it.
Fervent.
Fervent. Have fervent charity.
Says fervent, having or showing great warmth of feeling, instantly devoted or earnest.
Devoted and earnest. Earnest. Have earnest, true charity. You know what I mean? Earnest is honest. Honest charity. Right? Go ahead. I mean,
On the scripture?
yeah, among
Okay.
yourselves, right?
Okay. This is the book of 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 8. And above all things, have fervent charity among yourselves.
Among yourselves, your brothers. Go ahead.
Okay. For charity shall cover the multitude of sins.
Right. Like I said, it covers multitudes. We have a debt to pay. And that's what's going to cover it. And you can only find that here in the ISUPK. Drop that. Give me Matthew 6 and 1. No, select it. I already did that one. John 13 and 34.
This is the book of John chapter 13 verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you.
Right. And what letter are these? What color are these words?
Red.
Red. These are Christ's words, right?
Okay.
That we love one another as Christ has loved us. Christ gave his life for us. know what I mean? It's like you go out there and you try to, all right, let's say, Salakia. You go out there and some people go out there and man, I can't give because I'm on my last lot. I'm on my last dime too, right? Well, you can't be like that because you're withholding from your brother just because you're trying to save yourself. Christ didn't try to save himself. Christ gave his life for us. Read that again, sir, from the top.
Okay. Verse 34. A new commandment I give unto you, that ye love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another.
Right. As love one another as Christ loved us. Christ gave his life for us. Let's give our life for our brothers too. Just like Christ gave his life for us, we should sacrifice for our brothers also. You don't just start to just bleed for your brothers. Well, when it comes down to it, I will. I would. If it comes down to it, I would bleed for my brother. But what with that? It's like, sir, go ahead.
You already have.
Right. Most High Christ. But that means sacrifice for your brothers, right? And here in the Isupk, we sacrifice for our brothers. Physically and spiritually. We sacrifice for our brothers. A lot of times it's just a sacrifice to come out here and teach. You know what I mean? A lot of us have slaves. A lot of us have families that require our attention. But we sacrifice to be out here. We sacrifice sleep, money, health. We sacrifice to be out here. And what is that? That's nothing compared to Christ's sacrifice. Nothing. It's time to actually have compassion on your fellow brothers. Have compassion on each other. Because that's the only way we're going to get out of this place. That's the only way. Salakia, drop that. Give me First Peter 1:22. Right.
This is the book of First Peter chapter 1 and verse 22. Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit.
Right. In obeying the what?
The truth.
Obeying the truth. Go ahead.
Okay. Through the Spirit unto what does that say? Unfeigned. Yeah, unfeigned love of the brethren. See that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently.
With a pure heart fervently. And remember, the definition of fervent is truthfully. Right? Truthfully. And not just like these so-called, Catholic charities and Christian charities where they do it just to boast themselves, right? Make a name for themselves, make a name for their pastor or what have you, right? That he's so called holier than thou, and what's he really trying to do? Just trying to line his pockets throughout the whole ordeal. No, we do that. We show love to our brethren fervently, truthfully. And that's through sacrifice. We sacrifice for our brothers. They're not going to sacrifice in the Christian church. They're not going to sacrifice in the Catholic Church. Because what? Like I said before, there's a lot of gold in that Vatican, right? In that vault in the Vatican. There's a lot of gold. Even the Pope, he used to ride in this bulletproof car right through Vatican City, or I forgot what city that's called. But he used to ride around in a bulletproof car, and it was lined in gold. It was lined in gold. I mean, Salakia. Pull up 1 Corinthians 13, verse 1. They want to seem like they're you know, they have a love for God, and they're trying to help out the people. But how are you trying to help out the needy when you have all that gold in your car right there? You have the means to provide for the needy, truthfully provide for the needy, and you're not doing it. They just want to have an appearance, right? They just want to boast in front of men. Go ahead. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 13 and 1.
This is the book of First Corinthians, chapter 13 and verse 1. Though I speak with the tongues of men and of angels and have not charity,
And have not charity, which is mercy. Go ahead.
I am become as sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal.
Right. What is that? Sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. Those are instruments. Well, what do they do? It just makes noise. That's all it does. You're just making noise. Go ahead.
Verse 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries.
Right. You're supposedly in the Christian church they they say all these smooth words, right? That they're here for the people, that they love God. It sounds nice, just like sounding brass and a tinkling cymbal, right? It sounds nice, but it's just noise, right? They say, they're looked upon as having the knowledge of God, right? Go ahead.
And all knowledge. And though I have all faith, so that I could remove mountains, and have not charity, I am nothing.
You're what?
I am nothing.
If you don't have mercy, you're what?
I am nothing.
You're nothing. You're not having mercy on your brothers when you ride around in a bulletproof car. Really try not to, be among the brothers. Right? That's because they in the Catholic Church they say that they're all brothers through Christ, right? But they're not. The Pope wasn't even trying to be around the people. He was in a bulletproof car lined in gold, waving at people when he could, actually provide for the people. It's time to come out of that lie, Rasa. It's like story time, right? There was an instance where there was some people that I knew that they were down and out, right? And this lady's husband was sick. She was a avid churchgoer. She would go to church every Sunday, every mass. She wouldn't miss a church. But when her husband got sick and they were having trouble paying the bills, the church wasn't hearing nothing of it. It wasn't trying to help out with nothing. Wasn't even trying to actually just lend an ear to her. Wasn't even trying to do nothing. But we uphold, us as Hispanics, we uphold that Catholic Church so much. And they have a form of godliness, right? People look at them and they're like, oh, that they're holy in that Catholic Church. But they weren't even trying to hear this lady that with a dying husband. Her husband was dying, right? They weren't even trying to hear her plight. They just sent her away. They just sent her away. It's crazy. And she's after that happened, after her husband died, she still went to the Catholic Church. Go ahead.
Verse 3, and though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned, and have not charity, it profiteth me nothing.
Right. And have not mercy, right? And not have mercy. What good does that do? What good is that Catholic Church, that Christian church, when it's not showing you any type of mercy? He's not showing you the true way to come out of your downfalls. And the true way to come out of your downfalls, money's not going to solve our answers. I mean, money is not the answer to our problems. It's not. Money comes and goes. That's not the answer. What the answer is coming back to the law, statutes, commandments. So the Lord will have mercy on you. So like you drop that. Give me no, I already read that one. Salakia. Which one? Did you already read John 13:34? I think you already read that one. Salakia. I can't hear you, sir. First Peter? Oh, go back to First Peter, sir. Oh, we didn't finish First Peter. Oh, Salakia. Go back to them.
And this is the book of First Peter, chapter 1, and verse 22.
Right.
Seeing ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfinged love of the brethren, see that ye love one another with a pure heart,
fervently, right? Truthfully, and not just trying to come up like how the Catholic Church just tries to come up, the Christian Church just tries to come up off of your pain, off of your plight. That's what they do. You come to them because you look to them as being holy, right? As being some type of answers to your problems, right? But they're doing nothing but actually looking just to line their pockets and to uphold their status as being the the number one religion in the world. That's all they're doing. They're not trying to help you, Rasa. Black man, Hispanic man, the Christian church, the Catholic church, they're not trying to help you. All they want to do is just, look for ways to help keep you in falsehood. That's all they're doing. Read that again.
See, ye have purified your souls in obeying the truth through the Spirit unto unfinged love of the brethren.
Of the brethren. Love of the brethren. Right? Like we said before in 1 John 3:14. We know that we have passed from death unto life, right? It's pure. That's seeing ye like 1 Peter 1:22, seeing you have purified your souls in obeying the truth, right? The truth is the law, statutes, commandments. It's actually showing true love to your brothers, as you would with Christ. Go ahead.
Go. See that ye love one another with a pure heart fervently.
Fervently, right? Fervently is truthfully. We have to love each other truthfully and with mercy, knowing that we are all struggling. We are all, how can I say, uh, oppressed together. We can't just look down on somebody just because they're doing worse than you. You know what I mean? We have to have charity, which is mercy and compassion for one another. That's the only way we're going to get out of this place. So, like, drop that. Give me 1 John 3:14 for again.
This is the book of 1 John chapter 3 and verse 14. We know that we have passed from death unto life because we love the brethren.
Right. And that's how we pass from death unto life. We love the brethren. We have compassion for one another. We have mercy for one another. That's how we pass from death unto life. You're not gonna pass from death unto life if you're, plotting to steal your brother's wife, like they do in the Catholic Church, in the Christian church. You're not going to pass from death if you still stay in darkness, still stay in sin, still looking down upon your brother. Go ahead.
He that loveth not his brother abideth in death.
Right. If you don't love your brother, show compassion to your brother. Show mercy to your brother. You still abide in death, still abide in sin. Okay, Slakia. That's on my notes. It's time to come out of sin. It's time to repent, Rasa. Come into the ISUBK. Learn your true culture. Your true culture is that you are an Israelite, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and the laws of God are not done away with. It's time to show true compassion on your brothers, true compassion on all blacks and Hispanics. And that's the only way we're going to get out of this hell. And with that, I pass the class over to Officer Capillar.
This is the Isupk security announcements. We're the Isupk started out of 1 was 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When the new brother or sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is commandment. Find this book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Maisha means 10th in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free offering for priest. Non-mandatory and whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The memorial of blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, starting Sunday, 21st September 2025. And you could read and find this in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black boots, shirts, pants, hat, and scarf. And this will conclude the Isupk Satx announcements.
Yeah, I need that. Amajo, which means stand. Upanhak Wadam, which means turn and face the east. We're going to do the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Quadash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malathwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latan Lanawa, Lakam, Kao, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala, Tabaya Nawa, Banasaya Wan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Wahala, Wahataparat, La'awalamyam, Aman. What we said in English was, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. Sar, we're going to give one courtesy salute to the brothers. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Barakatah, Yadamata, Sar, for sisters. We're going to give one courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amajim, Barak, Yahweh Shemar Latah Ba'ashem Yahushua, Yadamata, class dismissed.